Welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble, and I do mean humble, the Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Thursday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy people here at WrestleCram, of course, the podcast. This is episode 11, you guys. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. Trust me, I'm humbled every single day that I am doing this. I am still consistent. How about that? Even changing some rules, I'm still consistent. How about that? We're going to talk about some stuff today. I got actually three subjects I want to talk about. Not a lot in the news. So I had to dig. We got a interview from the lead designer, or let me guess. Let me check and see what this gentleman's name is. He is the we'll find out because it's somewhere in here. He's the global senior community manager. His name is Zebby. I think I talked about him a little on the last show, but we are hearing that AEW Fight Forever is not ready yet, and we will explain. He'll explain a little bit of it. Hopefully, I'll read it perfectly or whatnot, but he will explain a little bit about the process of the game or whatnot in this part of the news. Also, it would not be a week without CM Punk. Of course, CM Punk wants to come back, but does the Elite want CM Punk to come back? Also, we're going to talk about FDR. Does FDR want CM Punk to come back? Very heavy CM Punk segment this go around. Also, I do have the AEW Dynamite recap, and also I got some pretty good news. This is the diary of your boy and the weight situation. We'll talk about that as well, all on today's podcast. First and foremost, let's talk about the Elite. And of course, we all already know this question. Do you remember when CM Punk was the man that used to be the world champion in WWE, giving John Cena the only 5-star match? Last time I checked, he is the only person to deliver John Cena a 5-star match. Or do you remember CM Punk coming to AEW, becoming the Plus Delta, becoming the world champion there, and just signifying the history of CM Punk and the legacy and how awesome he is? Or do you remember this CM Punk who is a complete and utter troll on Instagram? He is one of the biggest trolls now in all of wrestling. He also put on an Instagram page where he puts his face on a Rocky 3 picture of Balboa mocking John Moxley. I'll try saying that 5 times fast. But Fightful Select says that CM Punk does want to come back to the AEW roster and has communicated repeatedly with upper management. And a spoiler, he's okay with working with well, if you don't know anything about All Out, if you know anything about All Out, he did beat the crap out of the Elite, or he did fight the Elite. I think he gave Nick Jackson a black eye last time I checked. I mean, the dude is fully trained in MMA. So, I mean, you can say that he lost a lot, but I guarantee you don't want to go into the octagon with this guy, because this guy has very educated hands and feet. But, I digress. And a little over a couple of months ago, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, the Elite, they showed no interest in CM Punk coming back. They are not comfortable at this moment with CM Punk coming back. With the Elite, they do have their contracts are expiring pretty soon, and they want, of course, those contracts to look pretty nice. So they are in negotiations in those contracts to see exactly how this will pan out with the Elite and CM Punk coming back. I mean, once again, CM Punk is under contract. That's the thing. Yes, the Elite are the executive vice presidents of the company. You're absolutely correct. But once again, we have to understand that Tony Khan is the end all be all. Tony Khan is the guy who signs not only CM Punk checks, but the EVPs as well. So whatever he does say, go. Now, we are hearing, that if, the Elite does leave All Elite Wrestling, of course they're going to change the branding because, I guess that's their name and likeness. But I mean, that's simple. That's a simple fix. There's nothing we can do about that. But once again, even that we have Kenny Omega, who I think is a really great wrestler, and at the end of what he has to do, will be probably top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time, or one of the greatest wrestlers to not even set foot in the WWE. And also the Young Bucks, who I think are a really great tag team, who actually put tag team matches back on the map. They still do not hold a candle to CM Punk. That was Tony Khan's plus Delta. So it is what it is. I mean, something can happen. That's all I can say. Something can happen. Yes, I have seen Draymond Green punch the crap out of his teammate before the season even started. And they are now gelling to go for another championship. Will they do it? We don't know. But they're still gelling regardless of the situation. So you're telling me that millionaires, multi-millionaires that are playing basketball can get over it? I guarantee millionaires in wrestling can do the same thing. Y'all need to sit down with a mediator that is non-partial, has nothing to do with the company at all. I guarantee Moneybags Tony Khan has the money to get somebody on the outside to come in and talk to these people and get something taken care of. It is what it is. I promise you, I keep saying this, it can happen. Make your money. The first thing that I tell anybody about me when it comes to wrestling and wrestlers, because I am pro wrestler, I'm not pro company, I'm pro wrestler. Get your money first, then the injuries. Worry about your injuries, but get your money, okay? And there's plenty of money to be made in this feud. I'm not understanding that. There are so much money to be made in this feud. Also, CM Punk has pitched, to be a part of the Elite and help out if they need some type of help or assistance. He has pitched that. They have turned it down. So, I mean, come on. He is extending the olive branch. Somebody needs to extend their hand out and take that branch. I mean, it is what it is. Another group that wants to talk, and they are pro, of course, CM Punk, which are FTR. FTR, one of the biggest fans of course, CM Punk, and they think that CM Punk is truly one of those people that needs to come back. They truly want FTR and CM Punk versus the Elite entering at All In, that event at Wimbledon Stadium. You know, they are celebrating the 100 years of Wimbledon. But once again, Fightful Select reports that there is no progression with the movement of any match with CM Punk and the Elite. Also on the Dax podcast, he says CM Punk is the biggest name in professional wrestling outside of Roman Reigns and maybe Cody Rhodes. And in order for the AEW to go to the next level, they truly need CM Punk on the card. I truly think, and I put money on this, that if you put CM Punk on the card, I'm not talking about him facing MJF. I'm not talking about him even facing the Elite or joining FTR. If you put CM Punk on that card, that's going to sell at least 10,000 seats. Hands down. Hands down. Might even sell out. Yes, the Elite, once again, are a great a group of men. But if you put CM Punk, and I agree with Dax, other than Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, I truly think that CM Punk is probably the hottest wrestler in wrestling as of right now, and has not wrestled in almost a year, and he is the hottest commodity. Tony Khan would be crazy not to bring this man back. I mean, it is what it is. I hate to sound like that, but CM Punk is that guy. And people ask me, why is CM Punk on my Mount Rushmore? They ask me, why is he my favorite wrestler? This is why he's my favorite wrestler. Just think about it. He is always in control. He's always in demand. He has not wrestled before this. He didn't wrestle in 6 years. But WWE every single time would chant out CM Punk for no apparent reason. They would chant out CM Punk. So it is what it is. CM Punk is that in demand. He will always be in demand. He delivers every single time 5 stars. After 5 stars, he is a beast on the mic. And his finisher is one of the greatest finishers of all time. It is what it is. But I digress. Let's talk about, of course, the video game Fight Forever. And we're hearing that it is not ready. This is through Cultaholic. Confusion continues to reign supreme around all Elite Wrestling upcoming Fight Forever video game. CEO Tony Khan reveals following the Revolution pay-per-view in early March, the Fight Forever game was finished, and all that was left to do was to schedule a release date and sort out all the other things that go into it. Dave Nelser of course, the Wrestling Observer reports similar statements in the most recent edition of the Wrestling Observer, stating that Fight Forever is basically ready and the game needs to build to a release date. In the update through is that THQ Nordic Global Senior Community Manager Zebi, he has claimed that on a Twitch stream, the AEW Fight Forever game is not finished. And I have the complete statement of Zebi talking. For a publisher, the game is not ready. It's not finished until it's released. Basically, a lot of people are having a mass problem understanding that, which is kind of sad, because it's kind of creates the thing that everybody now suddenly believes, oh my God, these guys lied. No, they didn't. So hopefully it gets sorted out soon. The game is in a good state. As soon as we do launch it, I think people will be happy. Then everybody will, I forgot to put the periods. Everybody will just forget about all of the other stuff, and everybody will be happy to enjoy it. That's what I've been trying to explain to people. Development can already be short and soft, but it doesn't mean that the game did all The game is done. There's still QA. I don't know what QA means. In the comments, if you know what QA means, let me know. There's still a lot of different things that they have to do. I just don't see how people misunderstand it because, but I forgot to put a comma right there. But that may be because I'm a part of the industry. So for me, it's common when people check in with me. Hey, is it ready? I'm like, oh no, it's early in publishing stats. That's what Zebby says. He goes on to continue to say, again, I'm a part of the industry. So for me, that's normal. That I don't expect everything to be instantly done. That's why it annoys me so much when we're talking or taking our time. All three houses, York, THQ Nordic, and AEW, we're taking our time. We want to do this the best we can. We make sure it goes through a long QA process and a long submission process. All things the people are instantly like, oh, but we want the game now. Yeah, but you can't have both. You can't have a game that's out right away and have a game that's only one of those things that actually matter, that works, that matters. Now, I am not a part of the gaming industry, but I'm going to take Zebby's word. I'm going to just trust the process. Hopefully, Kenny Omega can detest to this as well eventually. Just like I said, there are games that have been in development mode for years, and we have still been waiting on those games, and they finally came out, and they were pretty good. So I understand that sometimes it has to marinate. Sometimes you have to cook for an extensive long time. Just like I said, I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to stop bitching about AEW Fight Forever. Matter of fact, when I get off of work today, your boy's going to go do another I'm gonna put it back on some type of plan with AEW. I'm gonna stop being optimistic or one of these angry gamers. So I'll trust the process. I'll trust the process. I think this game is gonna be really good. Once again, it's supposed to be some type of like an older school feel, which I'm more aligned to, like WrestleMania 2000. So I want to see what it looks like. I want to see how it handles and all of this good stuff. So I'll just like I said, I will be one of those people. Just that's gonna probably be the last thing I do unless they actually release the game. So much love to THQ Nordic, York, Zebby, AEW, of course Kenny Omega, because he's one of the people that was working on the game as well. So much love to all of y'all people. I listen to a lot of gaming areas as well. Matt McMuscles, I love that guy times 12. Go subscribe to Matt McMuscles. I think he was a debugger when he was in video game design. So he talks about a lot of that, and I truly understand about more gaming with his channel than anybody else's channel. Much love to Matt McMuscles over there with his channel as well. But let's get on to, of course, the AEW Dynamite recap. We get once again, I love when we get wrestling matches, whatnot, and we get the wrestling matches right at the beginning of the show. We get Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve apparently merged his group with the Embassy, and now he's the leader of both of those both of the factions. And for me, this doesn't make sense because you're the leader of a really huge faction now, and you lose to one guy when there's like 3 other people that came in. Yes, Darby Allin is one of the pillars. Yes, Darby Allin is going to be in this pillars versus this fatal 4-way with all 4 pillars. But why get him involved in this situation for him to lose? It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. They used the steel steps on the outside. Swerve grabs Darby Allin's belt, whips him like a little baby, and we see Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello in the back looking on. We get Darby Allin takes the boot off of Swerve Strickland, bites the little toes of Swerve Strickland. We also see Jungle Boy in the back watching as well. After that, we get a poison Corona, or a reverse Corona on the edge of the ring onto the outside by Darby Allin. That was crazy as crap. So we get Darby Allin. He throws him back into the ring. We get a beautiful coffin drop. But we get Prince Nana. Prince Nana comes out. He puts the foot of Swerve on the ring. Darby Allin's not having that. He's not having that at all. So Darby goes to give Prince Nana a 2-piece and a hold the biscuit. But out comes Brian Cage, the newly re-signed Brian Cage. He said, "No, you don't want this. You don't want this party, man. You don't want this party." So Darby gets back into the ring. We get a beautiful Swerve stomp by Swerve, but he does kick out. Prince Nana, Brian Cage are ejected. And at the end of that, we get, of course, the Last Supper pin by Darby Allin for Darby Allin to win. After the match, MJF comes out. He praises Darby Allin. He praises the crap out of Darby Allin. But he calls him the son of Sting. Darby Allin says, "No, I have a dad. I have parents. Matter of fact, the money that I have made, I bought my parents a house. I made my dad retire. Now he can just relax." Also, the first year of AEW, I went into therapy. He was saying that, maybe you need some therapy. But, it was just that. He also says that MJF calls him, "You are not on the level of the devil." But after that, we do hear from Sting. Sting comes back and says, "Darby is not my son. I am just a mentor, just like Ric Flair was my mentor." Also, he was talking about all of the stages of Sting, and he said he's not hungry for that title anymore. He said his days are almost up here as a wrestler altogether. And he says, "I know a person who is hungry for that title, and that is Darby Allin." After that, MJF huge loogie into the face of Darby Allin and leaves. That was the end of the MJF segment. MJF is so great to listen to. He is a great champion. I love everything about him. He should not be wrestling every single day. But he should be there. So I do like that he is actually there. So it's a great thing about that. After that, we get the Powerhouse Hobbs versus Silas Young. Silas Young has aged very, very badly to me. Very quick match. But before the match, Powerhouse Hobbs did show that, of course, he has a really nice car or whatnot. But after the match, really quick match, laid waste to, of course, Silas. We get Wardlow. Wardlow comes out and destroys that new car. Also flips it over with a forklift. So after that, we get Wardlow comes out. The locker room of all the lower card, mid card people come out to break them up. Wardlow does the Powerbomb Symphony onto one of the members of the QTV crew, and that was pretty much the end of that. That match is going to be very interesting. Hopefully Powerhouse Hobbs does not lose his title that fast. But I digress. After that, we get Jay White and Juice Robinson They are talking about the Bullet Club, and they have a new faction. It is called Bullet Club Gold. Can't wait to see what happens with that. After that, we get Orange Cassidy versus Buddy Matthews. Of course, we get the same match, but a little different, little stipulation. Now on Rampage, he did try to Orange Punch Orange Cassidy tried to Orange Punch Orange Punch Buddy Matthews, but he does block it with the belt, and they're going to sell that hand throughout the entire match. Not a lot to go home with on this match. We do see that we get a nice mousetrap pin on Orange Cassidy. Beautiful double 3 DDTs by Orange Cassidy. Buddy Matthews is playing with those little kicks that Orange Cassidy does. But he does, once again, try to deliver a orange punch. He does, but messes up his hand even more. No spring break, just a mousetrap pin for Orange Cassidy to win. So they grab Orange Cassidy, the doctor, and takes him to the examining room for him to check and see what's going on. We get another beautiful Brian Cage segment with Luchasaurus, which I thought was pretty cool. After that, we get Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. They are announcing that they want to face the new tag team champions Aussie Open for those titles. Orange Cassidy has ice on his hands, so he's good with that. So apparently he's fine. He's fine with that situation. All Ego Ethan Page is next. He talks about why him and Matt Hardy are not cool anymore. Why did he get hit with the title? What's the situation? Matt Hardy said, well, my goal was to make friends with you and make you sign a contract. The contract was signed, and if you lost against, of course, Hook, that they were going to have a match for them and, of course, Private Party to be relinquished from their contracts with the firm. So they was like, all right, cool. We'll find out what's going on with that. But the firm comes out, beat the crap out of course, Isaiah and Matt Hardy. We try to get Hook to come out there. He gets attacked as well. But we get a new opponent. New opponent. Jeff Hardy comes back. Jeff Hardy comes back. He does a beautiful twist of fate. And we now have the 4th person to join to help Matt Hardy and Private Party get out of those contracts. After that, we get the Blackpool Combat Club. They're coming in. We also get a Kenny Omega package where Kenny Omega is saying the next time we see you, it's going to be all on. We're going to beat the living crap out of you. So we get a what do we get? We get the Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley versus Brandon Cutler and Nakazawa. I mean, it was a decent match. I mean, I thought it was going to be like a match where they just lay waste and destroy. They did not do that this time. Caster and Nakazawa really did hold their own. Both of them are completely bloody and busted, but at the end, we did get a Death Rider and a submission by them. And after that, they just laid waste again. Kenny Omega comes out. They thought that Kenny was not there. Behind them are the Young Bucks. They beat the living shit out of the Blackpool Combat Club. Kenny Omega attempts to hit John Moxley with a toolbox, but Matt has a screwdriver, and it looks like he almost wanted to stab John Moxley in the top of the head. But they do get away with all of that. That was the end of that. But it does look very interesting. We will get a Blood and Guts segment, hopefully with the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club. After that, we get Swerve. Swerve talks about that, I'm happy that Darby Allin is at a level where he should be. It's all because of me, because we have been wrestling for a very long time. So I thank him for that. But he still says he has beef with one particular person, and we will take care of that situation. After that, we get a Sky Blue and Riho versus the Outcasts of Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. Not a lot to go home with on this segment. Ruby Soho and Toni Storm does win. We get that really awkward hip move that just troubles me every time I see it. But after the match, they all come in, beat the crap out of everybody. They do a shield type power bomb and spray the stomach of Riho. Out comes Jamie Hayter to try to even the numbers. They beat the crap out of her, but out of nowhere we do get Dr. Baker DMD. We get her. She comes out and evens the numbers and lays waste to the Outcast. Can't wait to see what happens with that. With that segment with the Outcasts. I love the Outcasts. I think the Outcasts are really, really fun to look at. After that, we get, of course, the main event, which is Keith Lee versus Chris Jericho. A very fun match. We get multiple slaps by the Ocho. He's the Ocho now. I'm going to say the La Champion, but no, he is the Ocho now. And it's funny because Keith Lee was trying to do the double slap, but Chris Jericho blocks with a like, oh yeah, I got you, brother, I got you. So he does lay him on the ground. He gets back up. He looks at the ball sack of of Keith Lee, almost really face the balls type situation. Keith Lee does a beautiful moonsault, but Chris Jericho gets the knees up, but that does destroy the legs of Chris Jericho. After that, we get a the Walls of Jericho by Chris. Beautiful, beautiful Chris. And after that, we get a interference by a masked man hitting Keith Lee in the face, giving Chris Jericho the win. He does take the mask off. Of course, it is Swerve saying that, of course, the issue was with Keith Lee all along and not really Darby Allin. So we do get Adam Cole. He comes out. He said he praises Keith Lee, gave Keith Lee the love, but he does stop and he looks back at Chris Jericho, and they walk up to the ring and he stops again and looks at, of course, Chris Jericho, and we get a fade to black moment. When I tell you that I enjoyed Dynamite, it was really fun. A cleanser from the WWE Raw, because Raw is getting to a point where it's getting bad again, and I'm not really starting to feel it. So this Dynamite was really fun. I can't wait to see what the Outcast will do with Jamie Hayter. Hopefully Ruby gets that belt. I mean, come on, give Ruby that belt. I enjoy what's going on, of course, with the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, the four pillars. This is very interesting. We will get a fatal four-way. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that's going to happen pretty soon. I'm guessing what is coming on next. Is it Double or Nothing? I think it's Double or Nothing that's coming up next. And that fatal four-way will be really, really good. I can't wait to see that. So let's talk about it. Let's go into the diaries of your boy Dino Stranavis. I got some good news, but still some bad news. Your boy has lost 5 pounds altogether. So in total, I have lost 6 pounds. This week alone, I have lost 5 pounds. Now, I'm still not eating what I'm supposed to be eating, but I'm getting better when it comes to breakfast. I'm doing like a meal replacement, all protein, plant-based, like a drink for breakfast. I'm rarely eating a lot on lunch. I will probably do like a power bar for lunch. I'm actually putting water back into my diet Mostly I do water a lot. Now, once again, those sodas are the devil to me. I love sodas so much. So, but I use, and the thing is, I used to drink like at least 5 sodas. If I bought a pack of 12 pack of sodas, I would literally drink about 6 of them. I would go to my in-laws' house, and they know I love. Shout out to my in-laws, my mother and father-in-law. They would literally know that when Derek is coming in to get him some Pepsis or whatnot. So I'm getting better with the drinking of the sodas. I do 1 soda probably a day, or half a soda probably a day. Mostly water now. You can actually see it. Like if you drink a lot of water, your skin gets better, and my skin is getting better. I'm happy about that. What more can I say? I am in the gym. I am working. Also, once again, I do have a waist trainer that I have on all day. My next goal is to get the ab trainers. You put that on for like I think 6 to 8 hours, and it works the actual abs of your of the stomach. It trains that. I want to get that. That is truly expensive, but I do want it, and I will probably get that next go around. But that is what's going on with me when it comes to the diary of your boy and getting back to, tip-top shape. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, I do not have a show on Fridays anymore. We are going to do a non-titled Saturday show where I will be doing, of course, the AEW Rampage and Thursday and Friday night SmackDown. You will get those shows on Saturday. Of course, remember, I am scrapping the dirt sheet roundup. I do news every single day, so there's pointless to do a dirt sheet roundup. Don't forget, I have a Facebook group page, you guys. Facebook group page. It is called Wrestle Cram Super Club. Wrestle Cram Super Club. Don't forget to go check that out. And just like I said, don't be a dick. Do not be a dick. Have a great time. It is not private. It is open to everybody. You can have a great time. Enjoy yourself times 12. Don't forget. Like, share, subscribe. Hit your comments. Put your comments in there. Tell me, what do you think about CM Punk? Do you think the Elite is right? Do you think FTR is right? Or do you want to stay neutral? Also, the FTR, AEW Dynamite. What do you think about the AEW Dynamite? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Let me know in the comments. Also, the AEW video game. Do you want the game to come out half done? Do you want the game now? Do you want the game to just let it sit there? Let them do what they got to do, and then we'll see what happens after that. Also, tell me about your weight journey. Tell me about what's going on with you. If you want to put that in the comments as well. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. I love y'all times 12. I love y'all times 12. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.